No, that's not even the button I wanted to push. I am a disaster today. Apparently, the genius of the day, me, for my skills at running this program today. Oh, man. So brutal. Okay, let's go to Florida. If you have stored in your phone the phone number to your local sheriff's office, I don't know, if you're engaging in criminal behavior that involves text messaging, you probably want to make sure you have that labeled very clearly so you don't end up like Octavia Wells, who sent a text message looking for some fentanyl because she was headed out of town. So that message, yes, went to a local sheriff's office. And they're like, oh, okay, great. Sure, yeah, we got some fentanyl. Why don't you come meet up with us? So she headed to a gas station and rolls in, and you've got the BCSO Special Investigations Division waiting. And then, I guess they charged her with unlawful use of a two-way communication device, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving with a suspended revoked license. So Florida, they ain't messing around. You even trying to get some drugs, gonna track you down. And I mean, how embarrassing. It did kind of make me ponder some April Fool's pranks for Lieutenant Crane, but because I have his cell phone number, I could text him. I text him regularly. Just start sending photos that I pull up online, giant piles of drugs. Hey, you know anybody who's looking for some of these? But I don't know if he'd think the joke was very funny, you know? I swear, look, here's where I found it on Google. Then I got the local SWAT ripping my house apart. It's like, please, I just got it clean for the kids coming to arrive. Please don't make it a mess. There's nothing here. It was a joke, man. It was a prank. Just a prank, bro. You ever see pranks go wrong on YouTube? That's what would happen to me. Would be funny, though, just see his reaction. You know, if he would do this, you know, like the Florida cops, and just, you know, pretend. Like, sure, yeah, let's meet up. Yeah, I don't recommend pranks on cops, everybody. I wonder if people have ever tried to play pranks on cops and it ended badly. Maybe that'll give me some content to find. It's the Victor Wilt Show. Good morning, good day. Well, I didn't find any good examples of people trying to prank the police that were ultimately funny. They tended to be the worst kind of pranks, bomb threats, and false reports and things like that. And the people who get busted are like, it was just a prank, dude. Come in. But you start searching for pranks gone awry. Plenty of that floating around. And it tends to, you know, be YouTubers, TikTokers. I don't know, some guy in Arizona was at a grocery store, like just spraying plants. Not plants, I don't know, vegetables. I guess they are plants, right? Anyway, spraying bug killer on plants, vegetables, produce at an Arizona Walmart. 4 felony charges. 4 of them. Holy cow. You better hope you got a lot of views, buddy. Yeah, he's got introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, and I guess theft, because he didn't pay for that can of Hot Shot Ultra Bed Bug and Flea Killer prior to spraying it all over the bananas and such. It was just a prank for my TikTok. That guy's going to be in jail for a while. And he was doing pretty good. Had 345,000 followers on TikTok. Get that GoFundMe going, buddy. What an idiot. There was another guy got busted stealing $40,000 from a coworker. Cops show up. Hey, it was a prank, dude. Just a prank. He broke into a house and stole 40 grand in cash. It was a prank, man. Holy cow. And then there was this group of kids who somehow the news got out that they were going to do a little bit of toilet papering. So you got 5 kids arrested in, I'm not sure where this is because it doesn't say the state. The town's called Rindge, Rindge. Anyway, officers received tips about the planned mischief, conducted surveillance. Oh, we got some kids that might be doing some toilet papering. All right, fire up the wire. Tap those phones. We're taking them down. And they did. Yeah, busted them with over 1,000 rolls of TP, which have been confiscated. Also, one minor charged with possession and use of tobacco. Geez, they're really sticking it to these kids here. Got this 18-year-old kid who's being charged with loitering, prowling, unlawful activities, littering, disobeying an officer, criminal mischief, resisting arrest, and he's the possession of tobacco winner there. And they're like, hey, we're continuing this investigation. If there's anybody else who's planning on getting out and doing some TPing, we're coming for you. We don't mess around. We're the Rindge Police Department. I don't know. I mean, toilet papering can make a just disastrous mess, but a full-fledged investigation into potential toilet papering seems a little bit silly to me, but, keeping the community safe, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Victor Wilt program today. I hope you're surviving. That's what I'm doing, just surviving. I am so exhausted. So exhausted that I feel disheveled by it. Oh, 3 nights in a row with bad sleep is not good. Not for this guy. All right, let's keep talking about pranks gone awry. Because we can't really dig into the current news. Because there's nothing really exciting going on. All right. Guy got arrested after prank calling the police over 200 times. This is recent. That's a bad idea. All right? I learned that when I was a kid. I was at the Albertsons on Yellowstone in Pocatello. It's not there anymore. Now it's Winco. They had a Great American Video next door. And I don't know, I don't know how old I was. Really, really young. But I remember this. They had a payphone outside of Albertsons, and my mom ran in to get a money order or something. So I think I was at Great American Video, and then I walked over to the payphone and just dialed 911 for some reason and hung up the phone. Boy, did I get a talking to about that. The store manager comes out with my mom, and yeah, they keep track of that stuff. They know how to figure out where the calls came from. So yeah, this guy's in jail. If you hassle the 911 system, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay. There was this other group of teens. Apparently, a new prank on TikTok that's making the rounds is to go beat on people's doors or kick them and run away like a really aggressive ding-dong ditch. Don't do that, okay? In Harrison, Maine, one teenager was shot doing this. Now, if somebody knocks on your door and runs away, don't run out into the street and start shooting at them, okay? You're gonna be okay. If somebody, bursts into your house and threatens you, you gotta defend yourself. But if they do ding-dong ditch, just, get mad, I guess. You woke me up. But then go back to bed. If you really want to call the cops, somebody knocked on my door and ran away. Get a Ring camera. Get a camera to put on your front porch if you're that concerned about it. You don't want to be like that Blackfoot sheriff, anytime I get an opportunity to bring that story back up from 2021, always glad to do so. Yeah, the Bingham County Sheriff back then, you had this youth group who was going out delivering thankful turkeys. These little, just little drawings of turkeys that said thank you. But they were ding-dong ditching. They'd, tape the turkey on the door and then ring the doorbell and run away. And the Blackfoot Sheriff, was apparently worried someone was trying to break in. So he ran outside with his gun, stopped their vehicle, pulled the driver out by the hair, with a gun in their face. At least according to this article. Or let's see, it says, I do have a gun in my hand, but I have my finger on the slide. He was using lots of profanity. And it just spiraled out of control. So anyway, I don't think Ding Dong Ditch is a good idea in this day and age. People are too psychotic, okay? Multiple stories I've seen over the years of people getting shot or at least, aggressively dealt with afterward. It ain't worth, dying for a prank, okay? Your viral videos and such, they're gonna do you no good if you're dead. So, that's one of those pranks you just gotta leave in the past, like the flaming bag of poo. Not only would you probably get in some serious trouble for lighting a fire on somebody's porch in this day and age, but yeah, somebody might shoot you. So, don't do that, kids. Do not do it. Toilet papering, Ding Dong Ditch, all the fun that people used to have back in the day, you kids just can't do that, all right? Maybe try, prank phone call. No, wait. No, that gets you in trouble too. You just can't have any fun, okay? Play video games. When I was a kid, I remember a prank making the rounds. I don't know if it was in a movie or what, but, at a sleepover, you, put your friend's hand in some warm water and hopefully make them have an accident. You remember that prank? Or the one, I think this was definitely from a movie where you fill up their hand with shaving cream and then you tickle their nose with a feather and get them to smear the shaving cream all over their face. Okay, those were fairly harmless. Maybe embarrassing, but fairly harmless pranks. Don't whip up a pot of boiling water and pour it on your friends at a sleepover. Jeez. This 12-year-old kid in Georgia. Well, that's precisely what happened. Hanging out with his friends, having a sleepover, and hey, let's prank him, man. I don't know if they boiled up a pot on the oven, if they microwaved some water, but he had to go to the burn center and have surgery. He's all messed up. Ooh. What is wrong with kids? I don't know. I don't really know how to wrap that one. I mean, I don't want to make jokes about a poor kid who had, boiling water poured on him. Holy cow. I just wanted to let you know, there's got to be some harmless pranks you can do with your friends. Whipped cream in the feather. There you go. Maybe it's not as, newsworthy, but you don't want to end up in the news for that. I would imagine these kids are in a lot of trouble, and that's just not nice. Ugh. Okay, well, when I woke up this morning, I was like, ugh. I'd rather wake up how I did this morning than, Yeah, the morning could be worse. Freak news, powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. How's it going? It's Victor Will. Let's do this. All right. I know that air travel's gotten to be a little bit expensive. Was talking with my homie Elwood from Will Rock in Chicago last night. Going back and forth about upcoming events in 2025. Because I feel like I need to get out to some of these big things, like a big festival or something. Work as a media guy with my fellow radio personalities and, do the thing. I don't know. There's also a radio convention that I haven't been to in many years. The Happens convention happening at the end of February in Vegas. So Elwood, he's going to all this stuff. He gave me this huge list. I'm like, man, you get to have all the fun being in Chicago. He's like, here's 1 million shows that we're going to be at. I'm like, all right, maybe I can get out to one of them. Sure. Never been to Chicago. I know people there. Could be fun. Well, anyway, I was looking at like Vegas flights. It sucks. All right. You know, to fly out of Idaho Falls at the time frame of the radio convention, you'd still end up doing a 6-hour flight. Every flight I saw for that specific time frame, you had to go to like Seattle first or Salt Lake or whatever. It just makes it more worthwhile to just get in my truck and drive to Vegas. It's like 8 hours. It's not a big deal. Well, anyway, I know that was kind of long-winded to get to the point of this story, which is just fork over the dough, all right? Don't climb into the landing gear so you can go from New York to Florida, for example, because you're going to be dead. Yeah, 2 people found dead in a JetBlue plane in the landing gear after a New York City to Florida flight. They don't know exactly why, but my guess is inflation. Yes. Price of a ticket was just too high. Yeah. If there is potential death in your plans, you should rethink them, okay? Let's see here. Also, if you're going to engage in criminal activity, maybe think that through. You want to mug an old lady? You never know who you're messing with. You might encounter Linda Rosa. 4 teens tried to steal her purse after she was exiting a Subway in Brooklyn, and she beat the crap out of these kids. Yeah, you got 4 teens versus 71-year-old Linda Rosa. She grabbed 2 of them by their hair, slammed them face first into the floor. You want to fight? Or maybe it was, you want to fight with me? Is there video footage of this? These are just still images from the surveillance cameras. I want to see the video of these teens just getting stomped by this old lady. Yeah. So, yeah, they managed to catch 2 of them because she held on tight, screaming, I need assistance! I need assistance! Nothing worse than getting beat up by a 71-year-old woman and then going to jail. Good on her. Linda Rosa, first hero of 2025. Finally, as another safety warning, if your neighbors have pigs, don't go near them. There was a woman in Ohio attacked by her neighbor's pigs. She dead. Yeah. And they ate her. Oh! Not all the way. It does say partially ate her. Yeah, still just as bad. I think partially eaten by pigs, it would be just as bad if you were fully consumed. All right. So, yeah, I know we got pig farmers around here. Ever since I read that book, Hannibal, the sequel to The Silence of the Lambs, ever since I read that book, pigs, they kind of scare me. Also, if you played Red Dead Redemption 2, everybody knows. What's an easy way to get rid of a body if you're in town? Chuck them in the pig pen. Pigs eat people. They do. It's crazy. They can chew through bone. That's why, people are so terrified about the feral hogs taking over. They're spreading throughout the U.S. Violent beasts. Anyway, yeah, just watch out for pigs. Most people concerned about, bears. I don't want to bring up people getting ripped apart by sharks or crocodiles. Somebody might lose their mind. So adding to the list of places I won't go, we've got natural waters. I'm not going to step foot in natural waters. You got all kinds of critters that could attack you, or parasites. Potentially sharks and crocodiles. I think I'm going to have to avoid pig pens. I mean, the farm in general, all right? One kick from a horse to the head. You're done. Brad Royal, who used to work here, terrified of horses, and probably with good reason. Well, I mean, they'll let you ride them. Just don't stand behind them. You scare them? Not good. Not good. And, yeah, I'm going to also add, because somebody commented, hey, people have been, injured while hunting, and they still go out and camp. Now I'm going to add camping to the list. All right? There's bears and mountain lions out there. Coyotes. Yeah, coyotes. They could attack people. They're wild dogs. Tents. We got natural waters, pig pens, farms in general, tents. Victor Wilt. No, I don't want to talk about myself in third person again. So cringe. So cringe. Almost as cringe as the video we put up for Idaho's #1 baby bump. We got Peaches in the house.
What's up?
Well, just, checking out the fire pictures. Your fam not anywhere close to the area that's on fire, I assume?
No, they're in the Orange County area, which is about, traffic-wise, an hour south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's some crazy video making. That one you just showed me from that guy inside of his house?
2 dudes and a dog trapped inside their house, and all around it looks like a music video set.
Yeah,
it's flames like 10 feet high in the air.
I mean, like you said, nightmare fuel. Mm-hmm. That was horrifying. I hope those guys are okay. The whole house was surrounded. They had these giant windows surrounding.
Well, you can't get out. There's no basements in California, so they're not going to go down either.
Oh man, yeah, that's genuinely frightening. And when you take a look at the news articles about this, it makes me so frustrated when you see people just lacking any kind of sympathy for fellow human beings.
Well,
turning it political.
They won't get sad unless it's like their grandma's house or something like that.
Which they would. If we had a natural disaster happen around here, we've had fires around here, lots of them, and people's homes have been destroyed. I'm not sure if, we've had death, probably, I would assume deaths.
And those people are crying on social media, but now they're laughing at LA for
They laugh at LA.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are people, try to be a reasonable human being. That was and a lot of people, they don't know. There could be people reading the comments who have family members who are right now evacuating or stuck. Like, it's a smaller world than people might think. Like, I don't know, the nastiness I've seen come out in people in the last 4 years, it's just so gross. Like, back when COVID was happening and people were in the news for dying from COVID and people would laugh react at local stories.
I know Mark
Zuckerberg.
Like
that's somebody's grandma.
Mark Zuckerberg just did this whole update video for Facebook, or Meta, I should say, and I wanted to comment saying, get rid of the laugh react, because every single tour lineup, everything. It could be a dog dying. Somebody's bound to laugh.
Yeah, the laugh react, it was funny because for years and years, all you could do on Facebook was like. They didn't have all of these different things, and people for a long time wanted like a thumbs down or something.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Hey, I want to be able to spread negativity. And then they launch all of these new options for ways to react to posts, and people immediately started using them in snarky and nasty ways. I think the laugh react, you can just type ha in the comments. I think at this point it could go because people just use it for mostly negative reasons.
But see, you're not only hiding on Facebook there in the comment, or not only hiding on Facebook, but when you just laugh react to something, you're not putting your name in the comment section either.
That's true. So it does kind of hide it. I mean, you can go in and see who's laugh reacting. Note to fellow people in the community who laugh react on things relating to us. We see you.
Oh, trust me. I see it.
We know.
I'm waiting for someone to say something, and then I'm ready to pounce.
Well, what I think about, some of these certain individuals who have laugh reacted, some of the, K-Bear complaints in the Life in Idaho Falls group recently, they're just jealous. They're jealous that many people are talking about us and listen to us because they're now in obscurity and nobody cares, So laugh react all you want. We're the kings! And we have a loyal team, a loyal army behind us.
I still think we should definitely do the podcast that we were talking about off the air yesterday.
Boy, with my lack of sleep, I don't even remember what that was.
Oh, I can't say it on the air either. It's 4 letters.
Oh, yeah, I came up with a great new podcast.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away because I want to lock that down, but that is a pretty good, and it's not a 4-letter word, everybody. It was in, what do they call
letters.
that? Just 4 letters. What does it mean when they stand for something? An anagram? That's not right. Acronym.
Anagram.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm like way out of whack
Do you
today.
need a pillow and a blanket and go nap in your office?
Oh, I might have to, man.
I might
might
go
have to
for it.
just go shut the door and
I
lay
can
on
cover
the floor.
for it if you need it.
I'll use my hoodie as a blanket, lay on the floor, be fine. Yeah, dude. Hopefully tonight I'll just crash in my recliner like I did last week or the week before.
Have you been stressed out about stuff recently? Like
No.
not that long ago, but maybe like just yesterday or the day before.
No, not really stressed. I don't know if it was my sleep schedule just got thrown off from the holidays and I haven't adjusted back yet, but yeah, I just can't get comfortable. You know, I'm just in bed tossing and turning.
I'm now waking up at 4:30
Jeez.
because I said I would wake up early to go to the gym, and for some reason when I say the time in my head, I'll wake up at that time naturally. And so
Wow.
when I'm like, oh, wake up at 4, and all of a sudden I look at my phone, it's 4:32. I'm like, oh, okay, neat.
Yeah, not for me. It's alarm, snooze, alarm, snooze, alarm, snooze for like
Some nights
20
are like
minutes.
That. Yeah.
So, anyhow, just want to encourage everybody to try to be a good human being. You know, think about what you say on social media. You could be, you know, just really hurting somebody who's potentially dealing with a major tragedy. You know, chill out. Like the Life in Idaho Falls group said yesterday, the admin, can somebody please share something positive?
I liked how Maddie was trying to kiss butt to the admins yesterday with
She-
the whole
yeah.
I heart the Life in Idaho Falls admins post.
That's right. I didn't go that far. I posted a picture of Lucy covered up by a little blanket and was like, all right, here's something positive.
Adorable.
Here's a little kitten.
Lucy's brain rot video, by the way, that you posted. It's really funny because she looks at you like, what on earth is this?
Well, my cats, because I tried it with Koopa last night too, and he did the same thing, just no reaction. I think they're just used to strange things happening around. You've seen my living room. There's
But
flashing lights everywhere.
They also freaked out at that video game that you were playing.
Yeah, they were way more bothered by that than they weren't even fazed by the cat brain rot. And I was disappointed because there's really funny videos of cats reacting to that.
Oh yeah.
So I was hoping for it.
You gotta put like tin foil on the dining room table or something, or maybe put in the like all over the basement, so that way Koopa stops freaking out down there.
What, you think that'll stop him?
Well, it'll stop him
Help,
going
what's
down
happening
there.
Down here? No, I need him to go down there because that's where the litter box is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My bad.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's like, you gonna come down here and dispose of my waste again? Where are you taking it?
It's like if someone followed you into the bathroom, like, what are you doing following me? I think that's what Koopa's saying.
Maybe that's it. Why are you down here? I'm trying to head into the utility room to
Yeah, do
use the
you mind?
bathroom.
Yeah.
Come on, give me some privacy. Jay Davis, good morning.
Good, huh? Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is, man. And it's not just you and me. I've talked to a lot of people that this week is just brutalizing them.
No sleep for the wicked.
I know, and I feel bad, like, oh, I'm so tired. And, you got people who are trying to escape wildfires. I know I'm getting more delirious as each day passes this week. This morning, it's like, okay, the world seems kind of weird. I think I'm having sleep deprivation issues. You'd think that after that many days, I'd just crash. But we were talking
Nope.
about it off air. 8:30 p.m., man.
About there, and then you get a good 20-minute nap, and then you're wide awake again until sometime in the middle of the night.
For me, it's like just a flip of the switch. Boom, I'm all of a sudden awake again.
Yeah.
And, from 5 up till then, like, oh, I could just doze off right now, And then last night, at least 11 p.m., which is just way too late when you got to get up when I do. But Josh and Chantel, I know they feel like they got hit by a train. Everybody's just had it. We need to change the way holidays work. I think they should always take place like on a Monday or a Friday or something. I think it was the whole, both Christmas and New Year, the holiday break happened in the middle of the week.
And just threw off 2 weeks.
Yeah, so, you'd like Okay, wake up early. Okay, I get to sleep in, then wake up early, get to sleep, and yeah, it just destroyed everybody.
Blasted the sleep cycle.
Oh, holidays. I know that the dates are important to some people, but come on, just shift it around a little bit. Thanksgiving floats. Why can't all the other holidays?
So I'm always on Fridays.
Yeah. 4th of July, I get it. That's when they signed the Declaration of Independence. But is it really going to, minimize? See, I can't even think of the words I want to use today. That's not the right word.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Marginalize?
That's not it either. Is it going to deflate the meaning of America if we celebrate our independence on a Friday every year? No, it'd be fine. We could still call it the 4th of July, too, because you can do whatever you want. It's kind of like getting married. You don't have to go fill out the legal forms. You don't have to go to the courthouse. You could just be like, I'm married. I claim to be. And somebody would be like, well, yeah, but you didn't, register that with the courthouse. Shut up. I can call myself whatever I want. Save you money in the long run, potentially, too. Money and hassle. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one suffering. I like seeing when you walk, like crawl in here, like, oh, yeah, it's not only me. Not only me. How are we going to make it through the week, man?
I'm just going to lay down and take a nap. Luckily, my office does not have windows.
I've only got one window.
No, I have windows to the outside.
Oh,
but not windows from that people can see me in.
I've got blinds on my window. So, I could turn the light on in there.
And just lock the door.
Lock the door.
Put a note on the door that says, busy in a meeting or...
I'm working on Christmas music. Don't bother me for anything.
Well, I got 2 big, nice chairs I can put together. Take a nap. And a TV in there. I'll put on some Netflix.
That's why
just be out.
That's why you guys only gave me one of those nice chairs, huh?
That's right.
I could still sleep.
Get back to work.
I could still sleep in that chair.
Just you got that old man status. You sit down in a chair in a dark room. You just go out.
Exactly. Yeah. Turn the lights off in there. Close all the blinds. Do not disturb. There was a day, I think it was last week, my sleep also got a little wonky, like Thursday or Friday. I'm sitting in here and I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep talking on this show.
I did that several times last week, too.
Yeah, dude, I was like literally falling asleep in the studio. Like, this is not good.
I always wondered how my grandpa would fall asleep so quickly, and now I'm starting to understand. He used to fall asleep in his recliner watching TV with his hand on the channel button.
so
just like... And if you try and take it from him, he'd get up in like a half delirium and be like, leave my remote alone!
I'm trying to watch the news!
And then pass right back out.
Wow. If you're into sleep, it's good to get old. But it unfortunately, I don't want to get my sleep in the middle of the morning show. I'd like to get it at night.
I always slept better in this hour part of the day.
Well, dude.
I can't even think either.
Every weekend I shift back to, my natural sleep cycle, which is stay up late and sleep till, maybe 8 or 9. If I'm real lucky, I can push it to 10, but it's not like the old days.
Well, the last 2 weeks, I was sleeping till 11.
Whoa!
Right?
Even with the kids around, huh?
Yeah. Well, they're to that age they can fend for themselves in the morning.
Oh, dude, that's the best when they get, all right, they can get up, make themselves cereal or whatever, turn on the
video
TV.
Games.
That's the best, man. That's a great turning point as a parent.
Oh, yes!
Now just wait about, 10 years, and then they'll be doing everything. You don't have to do anything for them. Nothing at all. Get a job.
Except for pay for their college.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. You do still have to. They still do take all of your money. All right. We'll be back in just a minute. Did we just, yap for a really long time or something?
Probably.
I don't know what's going on here, but all right, we'll delete those songs, go to break, come back in a few. Earlier on the show, I was talking about pranks gone awry. This one you could definitely get me with. I would have been the guy who called the cops, who would have called 911 in this situation without question. Happened in Needham, Massachusetts. Get a call about, a snake in the house. Help me! There's a rattlesnake in my house. Now, I don't know if they deal with a lot of rattlesnakes in Needham, Massachusetts, but even if you weren't generally concerned about this, you could have somebody put a fake animal in my home that, there's no chance of it being around here. Or gator, for example, or crocodile. I'd panic, even though I know, like, there's no way that a gator wandered into my home. So you got, it's a fake snake. It's a fake snake. Their roommates were like, oh, he's terrified of snakes. Put a snake in his room. So the guy calls 911, the cops show up, and this officer, it was like Lieutenant Crane style. He just grabs the snake by the head immediately. And then he realized, oh, this is a rubber snake. So all ended well. I guess they didn't get charged for wasting, the police resources and things like that. Cops all had a good laugh about it. But yeah, I would totally be the guy. If I saw a snake in my house, I ain't going to try to deal with it. Snakes just really give me the creeps. I'm a little furry animals kind of guy, all right? If it don't have fur, chances are I'm scared of it. Little tiny lizard. No! Every time I think I want to, win the lotto and have a winter home in Arizona, I'm down there wandering around and I see, lizards and there's like tarantulas and stuff. Eee! Scorpions, scorpions. That's their hobo spider. Scorpions. Terrifying. So anyway, funny prank. Glad nobody was hurt. Glad nobody was arrested. And I shouldn't give you listeners ideas. All right? I'm glad that most of you don't know where I live. Okay? No fake snakes on my front porch. You know what would be a great topic, a great style of topic for Radio Peaches? A boring one. Well, let's talk about boring stuff, because that's great.
I liked your tribute there to the Pacific Palisades with Hollywood Forever.
You know what? I like Hollywood. I've always had fun when I've been in Hollywood. There's, Vegas and LA, there's something about those places that I just enjoy for some reason. Now, LA, I can stay there for more than 2 days. Vegas, 2 days, I'm like, I've had it. I think there's just too much, bright flashing lights and craziness. LA's, even though it's way more congested, the vibes just more relaxed.
Vegas is all up in your face about consumerism.
Yeah, like, do you want to see a billboard that's as large as a skyscraper?
I mean, you even have casinos that will just have the escalator in, but the stairs out.
And I think just walking through casinos is so exhausting because
don't you love it?
Ting, 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 ting,
those
ting.
hypocritical old people. Get off that iPad. Meanwhile, they're just spamming the slot machine.
Just, all their grandkids' potential inheritance down the drain.
Hey, who cares? They're going to be dead soon anyway. Let's burn all the money. Oh, I can't say burn in Hollywood in the same sense. My bad. Sorry, guys.
No. So, we were going to talk about boring stuff.
Yeah, boring drives.
Boring drives.
Now, I also asked ChatGPT this question, too.
What did ChatGPT say was the most boring drive in America?
On the I-70 between Topeka, Kansas, and Aurora, Colorado, the 530-mile stretch traverses the flat plains of Kansas, offering little variation in scenery.
How many miles is it?
530.
Oh, sounds pretty bad. I've heard that traveling across Texas, Jade says that's the worst.
You can drive for 12 hours, and you'll still be in Texas. If you go from Houston, which is on the far east coast, right by the water there. Mm-hmm. My friend Tyler lived in Houston. He moved back in with his parents to Whittier, California.
Oh,
he
man.
drove for 12 hours. I'm still in Texas.
When I think of boring drives, I saw the response, Reno to a variety of places. Reno to anywhere is a bad drive.
The drive from
terrible.
Seal Beach to here, it was terrible in the beginning. I mean, you were still in California. Then you get to
Eastern California,
Victorville, and all these terrible little cities and such. And then you get to Nevada, and Nevada's just desert.
Yeah.
And then you see Vegas pop up in the distance, and then you go towards it, and Vegas is nice.
And then after that, nothing. Just
and then
nothing.
You watch the sand turn into red rocks, and then you go to St. George,
and
Utah.
then it gets nice again. Yeah, it's like, all right, there's some stuff to see down here. This is pretty cool.
You're like, am I on Mars? Oh, this is. My dad loved St. George. He was having the time of his life when when he drove me, or we both drove to here, and then he drove back. He stopped in St. George, stayed there for a day or two.
Yeah, St. George is pretty nice. It's not too bad. I like the Red Rock imagery. You know, I'm a big fan of Sedona and places like that. So
Wouldn't you
it's
get
pretty
over
cool.
it though if like you lived there?
I would think so. I would think it would just because it's like anything. Like if you buy a new car, like, oh, this is awesome, and then it's just your car. You know, buy a new guitar. I love this. This is amazing. Well, it's one of my guitars. I could use another one. I could use a new one. When I think of boring drives, Peaches, around here, I think the worst drive around here is Pocatello to Boise. I think that drive sucks.
You're right.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, the best way to travel from Idaho Falls to Boise, you go through Arco and Craters of the Moon and you just go through the mountains. You know, that it takes a tiny bit longer, but it's way more scenic and cool. And it's really chill. There's like no traffic at all. So, driving to Boise, man. Plus, if you go the freeway route, you have to go past Burley. And there's nothing worse than just being in the vicinity of Burley.
I'm shocked Burley didn't pop up on that post that I sent you on Facebook.
Well, I mean, there is off in the distance mountains, so it's not as bad as Reno to Blank, but just that overall drive, it just sucks.
I'm going down this list on ChatGPT, and there's that one part, the I-80 between Sparks, Nevada, and Salt Lake City,
That don't sound great.
where you cross vast desert areas with limited roadside attractions, making the journey feel prolonged, is what it says. Oh, even another one here, I-29 between Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Fargo, North Dakota.
I bet that's bad.
Yeah, no Idaho in this list. I see Flagstaff and Barstow, California. That does suck.
Yeah, I would imagine that Idaho's not going to pop up on the list because most areas, when people think of traveling, are fairly scenic. Like if you go, south to Salt Lake, mountains the whole way, it ain't too bad. It's pretty much, just driving through the Snake River Plain that can be kind of dull.
Definitely.
Once you get past, like, Massacre Rocks, it just sucks.
Oh, my friend
pretty
Matt,
much all the way to Boise.
My friend Matt's trying to plan his travels to come back here in the summertime because he wants to visit. It's like the first time in like 4 years he's been out here. But we're trying to bring my other friend Jose, and we're trying to figure out travel plans. And they're wanting to land in Jackson Hole and then drive back here. And because they said the trek to Santa Ana for that airport and then flying from Santa Ana to Idaho Falls is too much. They'd much rather fly out of LAX and then go towards either Jackson Hole or Salt Lake City. I'm like, if you guys fly to Salt Lake City, that's 800 miles for a to and from trip 2 times in a row.
Yeah, if you can fly in close, it's always better.
But Jackson Hole would be fun because to show them how, like, hey, Jackson's a letdown. Look at this place.
Yeah, well, we're going to drive into Grand Teton. What you should see if you go to Jackson.
Yeah, we found a sick waterfall like halfway between Jackson and here.
Oh,
and
was that probably at Swan Valley?
Need to figure out because my friend Matt sent me the location.
I'm guessing it. The only waterfall I can think of between here and Jackson would be in Swan Valley. And you can take that route coming from a Victor. Yeah. You see that Swan Valley on the map
but
there?
it was to the left of Swan Valley.
Yeah. Swan Valley is like very small, but I always think of that spot as being Swan Valley. You should go check out that waterfall on the South Fork, everybody. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Don't go right now. It's going to suck.
Oh, you can go right now. Who cares?
You might
if
actually,
you're a real Idahoan, you'll survive it.
You might actually be able to get to it. I would imagine, because it does turn dirt road. I don't know. I'm not going to try it.
Oh, yeah. The Teton Pass right now would be awful.
Oh, yeah, brutal. But that's not a boring drive. That is the opposite of a boring drive. That can be white knuckle. You want the opposite of a boring drive? Go do the pass today.
I really want to take you to, we'll both fly to Southern California and then we'll drive to Big Bear Lake and we'll go on that windy road up the mountain. It's literally like a snake.
I really enjoyed the drive from Los Angeles along, is it I-5? Is that the north?
Oh, dude, I'm the worst when it comes to the highways, man.
It's the one that hugs the coast, and we took
PCH.
it all the way, the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, and unfortunately now that's getting burned up towards the Palisades area in Malibu and all of that.
But yeah, beautiful drive all the way to Oregon. I really like Northern California. It's too bad that it's fire central. Doesn't look like the best place to hunker down because it's nice up there.
Well, you could blast the AC/DC song "Highway to Heck"
Highway
the whole time.
Jeez. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. Hey, morning, people. How's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're awake, like fully awake and energized. This guy ain't. But still doing my best to give you a show. I hope it hasn't been too bad. The first hour was so terrible, I'm not even putting it in the on-demand podcast version of the show. I just deleted it. It was garbage. My apologies to those listening during the 6 a.m. hour today. It sucked. It was really bad. And you know how bad the show is just generally. So if I'm saying it's bad, it was really bad. All right, let's take a look at horrifying facts. Sure. With as disheveled as my brain is, might as well, just soak up some of these facts that sound horrifying the more you think about it. These better be good, too. Because I didn't do much previewing of this content. So we'll see. All right. I have always been a bit creeped out by the thought of your skeleton is constantly wet until you either get cremated or that's all that's left of you. All right, I guess I never really thought about that. Didn't give me the creeps. All right. I could start bringing up articles about parasites. That might do it, but I'm already feeling creepy crawly from lack of sleep. Let's see here. The entirety of what is you is held in a chunk of electrified fat inside of a thin box of bone and hair. That's a fun way to describe a human body. Doesn't creep me out, though. Doesn't give me the creeps. All right, should I go to this link? They linked a page. Oh, yeah, this is guaranteed to give me the creeps. It's called the Deep Sea. Okay, so if you want to go to this and follow along, neal.fun, neal.fun/deep-sea. neal.fun/deep-sea. You start off at the top and it shows animals that are in the ocean. I guess, fish aren't animals, right? What's the scientific definition of an animal? Don't ask me today. My mind is cooked. But yeah, you've got, a lot of different types of fish and things like that. Look at the cute little clownfish. Oh, and if you go a little deeper, you get to the depths that orcas might go. This ain't too bad. Sea lions do give me the creeps. Sharks, sure. But let's go deeper. Oh, man, as you start scrolling and just going deeper and deeper. Wow, this really scares me just because of how deep the ocean is. Holy cow. Let's go all the way to the bottom and see what kind of freak show creatures are living down at the depths. Okay, we've got the Hadal snailfish. It's weird looking. I'm not even going to... The thought of being in a submarine and going down in the ocean, okay. Now I have given myself the creeps. The creeps. All right, here's somebody posting, not a fact, but I go into subreddits for subjects I'm very familiar with, and most of the information posted there is just wrong. People don't understand the concepts they're explaining, or they're confidently arguing something they heard in a meme. Posters who are obviously young or have school-level knowledge of the subject posting as if they were career professionals. It's a mess. Okay, that's not just Reddit, okay? That's social media in general. I've seen people post some very confident statements on Facebook in comment sections, and it's like, dude, you're nuts. You're completely unhinged. All right? That is nonsense. Doesn't give me the creeps. Just more sad. Just more sad at the state of the world. It should give me the creeps. It should be more, unsettling that people can be so naive and believe just about anything, but it's just annoying. All right, come on, give me something that really gives me the creeps here. When you have no idea what to do and think, I need an adult, we are those adults now. That doesn't give me the creeps. That kind of ties in with that last one. I learned as I got older, okay, it doesn't matter what age you are, stupid people are still stupid. Just because somebody's a certain age doesn't mean they got no wisdom. That's for sure. I've seen some real dumb old people on social media. Thankfully, the smartest people on the planet are those of you listening to this show. Regardless of age, I got a clear indicator of your intelligence simply by the fact that you're listening to me. You listen to a dumb guy, make yourself feel a little bit better. Glad I can help out here. Okay, I'm not even going to read that one. It's not that bad, but it actually is very disturbing. Okay, I'm going to tell you it. Is this true? Is this true? Okay, there are people saying this might not be true. So I'm not going to read it. But it was certainly not cool. Not cool. If anybody wants to go to the subreddit, Ask Reddit, and look at this post, it's the statement from New Lion 4362. Jeez. I'm glad, I've said it time and time again, we're living in the best times ever, regardless of what anybody might tell you. That little factoid that I just read indicates to me, yes, we are living in the best times ever. It was talking about medical procedures in the 80s. That wasn't that long ago. That's when I was a baby. Maybe that's why, so many of us are all messed up, older people. Jeez. Ugh. All right, cool. As if I wasn't feeling creepy crawly enough. My goodness. All right. Well, anyway, I won't get into parasites and things. Nobody want to ponder that. That's more of a summertime thing when y'all decide I'm going to go take myself a little dip in this, lake. Shower off after. That's all I got to say. Mastodon and pushing the tides. Sorry, I just got an idea for a nice segue into what I was going to talk about here. Are you going to be pushing out a baby sometime soon? Well, do we have the contest for you? Z103 is Idaho's #1 baby bump, delivered by Mountain View Hospital's new NICU. What's going on right now? We posted a very stupid video that Peaches, Katie Lee, and I threw together yesterday. Well, Maddie threw the video together, but we, starred in it. And it gives you the details. You can see some of the items you could win for your new baby, like a crib and, all that kind of stuff. Everything you need for that nursery. Save yourself some money. Load up on diapers and wipes and such. If you've got a baby on the way, well, all you got to do is fire up any of the K-Bear apps. The regular old K-Bear 101 app, Alt 101, or Cannonball 101. Follow the Z103 Baby Bump link in the menu. Fill out the form, submit a photo of your baby bump, and you're in to win. One lucky person taking it all home. I think it would be pretty cool if one of our K-Bear listeners wins this prize package. So, might as well get yourself signed up. Save every bit of money that you can in this day and age. And, I don't know, I hope you win. The end. Speaking of the end, I guess it's the end of the show. Time for me to leave. Oh, but I got a lot still to come today. Peaches and I will be hanging out for the noon hour and blah, blah, blah. What an appropriate song sitting in the playlist to end the show with. One that was a hot topic on the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group earlier this week. And it's called The End. It's Bill Murray. I'm going to leave. See ya. Thank you again for tuning in to The Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.